The 2015 question, and I'm looking at question 7 that was on paper 1 on algebra. Multiply out and simplify x plus 5 by x squared minus 2x plus 6. Okay, it's the same method as if it was 2 terms in a bracket like this, for example, x plus 6. Okay, so it's x by everything in the second bracket plus 5 by everything in the second bracket, or with the arrows if that's how you've been shown. Okay, so it's the same theory as that one, except we've much more terms. But I still split the first bracket, so it's x by everything in the second bracket. It's just a longer second bracket, and then go back for the plus 5 by everything in the second bracket. And then just multiply. So x by x squared is an x cubed. X by minus 2x, well, it's a minus 2x by x squared. X by, sorry, it could be a 6, is 6x. Okay, and then the 5 by x squared, 5x squared. 5 by minus 2x is minus 10x. 5 6s are 30. Now let me just double check my maths that I didn't make a mistake. 5x squared minus 10x, 30. Okay, and then you group the like terms together. Remember, you can never combine x squareds with x's or x's with numbers or x cubes with anything else. So I've only one x cubed term, so that's easy enough. Okay, my x squares, I have a minus 2x squared and a plus 5x squared. So it's nearly easier to read it backwards. So 5 minus 2 is 3x squared terms. And then I have a minus 10x plus 6x. Minus 10 plus 6 will give me minus 4x. And then I've only one number term, plus 30. So that's your answer. Multiply out and simplify. So the simplify part was grouping them together. Okay, part B then was a factorizing part. 4 types of factorizing: grouping, quadratics, difference of 2 squares, taking out the highest common term. You know this is a grouping because it's got 4 terms. Okay, when I look across, I don't see any term, any letter that's common or the same in all 4 terms. So what I have to do is group the terms into pairs. And as long as there's something common in what you group together, so in other words, the A and the A is common here, it doesn't matter what pair you group together, and the B and the B is common here. No problem if you had grouped together AC and BC and AD and BD. I might do that after just to show you that it doesn't matter. But these are the ones I just saw straight away, so let's do it. So what's common between AC and AD? Okay. Well, the factors of AC are A by C, the factors of AD are A by D, so the A is common. And how do I get AC? Well, I multiply A by C. There I have a minus. How do I get AD? Well, I would multiply A by D. Okay, now the reason I wanted to do this question with you was sometimes it can be hard to know what sign to put here. Okay, so I know the B is common, okay, because I can see a B here and here, but sometimes it's hard to know what sign to put here. Okay, so nothing wrong with you guessing. Okay, so we might say put the minus there. So I have minus B. So I have to sort out my signs first. I need a minus up here. So minus by plus will give me a minus. B by D will give me BD. Okay, how do I make a plus here? Well, minus by minus gives me a plus. Okay, remember your signs. Plus by minus is a minus. Plus by plus is a plus. Minus by plus is a minus, or minus by minus is a plus. So the easy way of remembering it is if the signs are the same, you get a plus. If the signs are different, you get a minus. Okay. So what am I saying up here? That's why I needed a minus by minus to give me a plus, and it's C. Okay, so if you remember from this last question that we did when we did the grouping one, the 2014 question, we need the brackets to be the same. Okay, so I have a C and a D in the bracket. The problem is the signs are different. Okay, it doesn't really matter that the order is different. C and D, D and C, that doesn't overly matter. But the problem is I have a minus C here and I have a plus C here. I have a plus D here and a minus D here. So the two signs in this are wrong. So how you fix it is you change this sign. Okay, so what I tend to do is not go mad typixing it out or something. I just put a light line through it. I know the first part is right. Okay, right, but I need to change the signs on the second part. So let's go plus B there. And let's think about how I make a minus BD up here. So plus by, well, it's minus now. Plus by minus to give me a minus. There's my B. So I need my D there. Okay, let's have a look up here. I need a plus. So plus by plus will give me, so plus B by plus C gives me my plus BC. And close the brackets. And now the brackets are the same. I have a plus C with a plus C, a minus D and a minus D. Okay, so very common that you would take out the wrong sign first. Nothing wrong with it. That's just the way maths goes. Sometimes we do them wrong the first time and then we just correct it. So I take the bracket once and then I bring the outer terms together. So the A plus T, B. So these two outer ones went in their own bracket and I wrote this down once. And of course, it doesn't matter if you write it as C minus D or minus D plus C. And that's that one done. So that's the hardest type of grouping that you can get, in my opinion, when you have to play around with the signs for the second half. Okay. And the third bit of that 2015 question was an algebraic fraction. And it said, write the following as a single fraction in its simplest form. Okay, so as with any other fraction, you have to get a common denominator. And the common denominator of 3s and 4s, you'll always get one if you multiply them. So I can write it as that, or I can write it as 12. Okay, and what you do is you go 3 into 12 goes 4 times by the number on top, plus 4 into 12 goes 3 times by the number on top. Okay, so that you'd get 4 plus 6 over 12 or 10 over 12. Okay, which is the same, of course, as 5 over 6. So that's fractions, and would you believe it, we did them in 5th class, 6th class, and in national school, and we knew them. We tend to lose it a little bit in secondary school. But so if you're really good at fractions, then algebraic fractions won't trouble you because it's the same. So my common denominator for this one is 3 4s or 12. Okay. So you can do it like this either. Minus 12 times x minus 3 over 4. So let me explain what I'm doing here. 3 into 12 goes 4 times by what's on top. 4 into 12 goes 3 times, so it's minus 3 times what's on top. Okay, now where did I get all that from? Well, can you see that this bit is the same? Okay, and I just multiplied it by the common denominator. The minus is the same. This bit is the same. I just multiplied it by the common denominator. Okay, and then I divided the base in. Okay, right, let me show you another way of doing that too, which is kind of how I was describing, but I didn't do it. Okay, what I would say is 3 goes into 12 4 times, and it's by what's on top of the 3. then minus 4 goes into 12 3 times, and you multiply it by what's on top of the 4. Okay, and you get the same thing. That's just a longer way of writing it out. Okay. The way of checking that you're right when it's two terms in your fraction is it's a bit of a crisscross. Can you see it's 4 times the x plus 2 minus 3 times the x minus 3. Okay. So there's a couple of ways students figure these ones out. And then you multiply the top. So 4 by x, 4x, 4 2's, 8, minus 3 by x, 3x. Watch the minus. So minus by minus here first is a plus. 3 3's are 9. All over 12. And I can only add x terms to x terms. So I have 4x minus the 3x is x. 8 and 9, 8 8s are 16, 17 over 12. And that's that single fraction in its simplest form.